Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to review all the drawings that I did for this month. I decided to do all of them with markers, pens, and as you can see, I did the cover for this one. I also wanted the cover to suit the challenge and the style of what I've been doing for this month. So I did this cover with Pashka markers and some gouache and some acrylics. I put a little bit of white acrylics on the cover, and then I decided to draw this concept with ink, and these are just printed out. I did the stickers and I just put it on this cover. So this sketchbook is specifically for Inktober. As you have been following the Inktober challenge, you know that a lot of artists every year they participate in this challenge. It's a really nice challenge because when you draw every day, it forces you to come up with new concepts, get out of your comfort zone, and practice every day. So the first prompt was dream, as you can see. For this drawing, I decided to use my pens, which I'm going to show you. The Micron pens, they're actually waterproof and they have different sizes. So I've used these pens and some Pashka marker for the background, the black background. This one was the first drawing of mine and I was going crazy with details and the line work and everything. Because mostly I do like realism, like semi-realism, but for this challenge I decided to make it a little bit less realistic and a little bit more fantasy. So for the next one, the concept was a spider, as you can see, and I did this with markers and mostly some ink for the frame, and just using the same paint for the face and everything. You know, for every drawing you don't necessarily need to go crazy with details because this is mostly, at least for me, it's just a practice. Sometimes I did these sketches like shorter in a shorter amount of time. Sometimes I loved the concept more, I could relate to the concept more, so I put more effort, to be honest. So this one was really a quick sketch for me. I think it took like 1 hour or something. So the next prompt was path. I did all this background with markers, and for this one I decided to go with my pens. So the next prompt was dodge, and I was thinking about this concept like dodge the car or dodge the bullet. So I wanted to combine these two concepts together. So it's like a car in the background and she's over there, she's just like dodging the bullets. So this one actually turned out to be a little bit more like a comic style. I actually like it, and I realized I'm actually into comics, like the style and everything. I really like this one. So for the next one, the concept was map. I came up with this concept like a pirate, a woman, because mostly I draw women. I didn't want to go so far away from my own style, so I decided to combine my unique way of, you know, putting all these concepts all together and come up with a new concept like this one. So there is a map and there is the pirate looking for some gold or something, I don't know. And this one also is with markers. I wanted to try my best to not use actually gold for this one, but I was like, you know what, for this one I'm going to just make an exception, and I decided to put some gold markers. So this is the marker I've been using for this one, but unfortunately it got finished, so I had to buy another one. And this is the marker I've been using. These are really nice markers. I have the silver one and the golden rose color as well, but I use this golden one so much because it's really like, it looks like a golden leaf, but it's easier to manage because with golden leaf it gets a little bit sticky and a little bit messy, but with this one you can just easily do the outlines and everything. So this one, drip, the first concept that it came to my mind was something dripping, and I was like, I have done some similar concepts to this one before with digital painting, so I decided to draw this for this concept. And this one I actually use markers again and also the shadows with my pens. So the next concept was toad, because as I said, I wanted to participate in this challenge because normally I don't think about these concepts, to be honest. So this one was toad, and I was thinking a woman who actually looks a little bit like Toad herself. So I came up with this concept, and that's it. Sometimes you don't need to go crazy and you just have to go with the flow and just draw something. And the point of this challenge is to just draw something every day. It doesn't necessarily need to be really good. A lot of people, I check out other artists' works as well. A lot of people come with like simple, like a ball bouncing and everything. So I was thinking to do something a little bit different, and this is the thing that I came up with. Bounce, and this woman is basically bouncing each of her emotion all the time, as women always have to do. We always have to keep the balance between our emotions, and they're just sometimes like bouncing. We are bouncing our emotions all together. So this is how this concept came to my mind. For this one, I actually went to an art shop and I bought this ink. This one is from Pentel. This one is the ultra fine ink. As you can see, it's really nice for details. After I used this, I couldn't go back to my previous pen so much because I love this ink so much. So I decided to draw all of this with this ink. I didn't use any markers or anything. Just for these small, really tiny details of the cards, I decided to still use these pens. So yeah. So this one was Wonder. I was thinking a lot about this concept, but then I was like, a person who is just wandering around and a little bit confused. Something simple. I just did the background really simple with just some outlines and everything. And I did the shading with the same ink that I just showed you. This one personally is one of my favorites because I really love the hatching and I love the shading of this one. It was called Spicy. So I was like, it can be a woman who is a little bit spicy, So yeah, this is a very simple concept, but overall I like the rendering of this one and it turned out to be nice. For this one, the concept was rise, and I was thinking at first an angel who's rising above the skies, but then I saw one of the other prompts is angel as well, so I was like, no, I'm not gonna go with that concept. So for this one, I decided to just draw simply a woman who is rising above everything and her hair is just flowing in the air. So for this one, castle, I wanted to make it more surreal, so I decided to go with this concept. Personally, I love it because I challenged myself to draw some buildings that I usually don't. This one was a really nice challenge for me. I didn't want to just simply draw a dagger because it doesn't suit my style, and mostly, as you saw, I draw portraits. So I was like, okay, I'm not going to draw portraits, but at least I'm going to come up with a concept that still has a human being in it, a dagger, and maybe she's a dangerous woman, who knows, right? The next one is angel. As I said, I wanted to use that concept for angel, but I already did that for rise, so I'm going to come up with a new concept, and this is what I've just draw for this one. I didn't want to draw just a simple demon like a devil or something like that, so I was like, maybe a demon can be somebody or yourself that you're always facing, and this is the concept that I came up with. This one was a challenge. Saddle. I was thinking like it's hard to come up with a concept with a saddle, so I just decided to draw a horse and I changed it to a unicorn. So she's just riding the unicorn and she's basically sitting on the saddle. As I said, you don't need to always come up with crazy ideas. You just have to draw and practice. For this one, plump. The moment I heard plumped, I was thinking about something really cute and voluptuous. So I decided to just draw a beautiful woman, but she's plumpy. So Yeah, for this one, frost, simply I just draw a head with a lot of, snow and the snowflake. So yeah. Chains. This one was the first idea that came to my mind. Was we always have like something that is pulling us backwards, and it's just a mental thing that we can face sometimes, and it feels like a chain, around you, and you don't go forward. So for this one, I decided to just draw that feeling. Scratchy. For this concept, I was struggling a little bit because I didn't know what to draw. After thinking about it, I decided to just draw something that looks as scratchy, and she's annoyed. So this is how I came up with the concept. I love this one personally. I think this is one of my best works in this challenge, called Celestial. So this is like a combination of a female and a male, like a moon and sun and a yin yang and everything else. For me, this is the most important thing that feels celestial. So I decided to come up with a fantasy, surreal concept, and I really love the shading on this one. It turns out to be really nice. Shallow also was something that I was thinking, a shallow person, but I didn't know how to draw that. So I came up with this concept that she's just standing in the shallow water, thinking or getting confused. I don't know. This is how I felt about this concept. So for this one, I used the same ink, but I realized you can put a little, put it in a little bit of water and just do these effects, and it turns like a little bit like washy. So I really like this texture over here in the water because I want it to be more smooth, and it doesn't have the roughness of the textures in here. I use the same thing for all of it. So Dangerous. Honestly, the moment I heard about Dangerous, I was thinking about the Michael Jackson songs, The Girl is Dangerous. So I wanted to draw something based on that. I wanted to make it more like dangerous. So she's just a dangerous woman. So Remove. I was also thinking about this concept a lot, and then I decided to just draw something, removing your mask, not pretending anymore. This is really simple, like sketch that I came up with. Beast also, I wanted to draw something that, it just shows the feeling of it, and nothing really important, but yeah. So for Sparkle, I decided to come up with a sparkly wine, but then I was like, I want to add some, details to it. So that's why this concept is like this, and it's just a sparkly person overall. So for this one, I also used the Poshka markers for the white ones, also for the details and everything. Massive was also another challenge. I was thinking about a lot of things, like the Atlas, the god, carrying the heavy mass of this earth. Somehow I came up with this concept. She's a goddess or something like that, and she's just holding the earth all together and kind of like protecting it. So for this one, Rush, it's just simple. Somebody is going to work and she's in rush to get there. As I said, the concept really doesn't matter as long as you just draw. So yeah, this is for day 30, and the concept was Rush. For the Fire, I was also coming with a different concept, but then I changed my mind. I was thinking about a gypsy woman, maybe holding the fire or the fire coming out of her hands, and she's dancing around the fire. I just decided to draw this, and hope you guys like it. So this is basically all of my drawings for Inktober, and hopefully I'm going to fill out this sketchbook because I have a lot of pages. I'm going to use the same style with the same ink. Maybe I can come up with my own prompts and everything, and I can just fill this as sketchbook. So hope you guys enjoyed my sketchbook tour. I'm going to make prints available from my sketchbook so you can purchase them on my website. I'm going to put all the links down below, and if you guys like any of these paintings or drawings, you can just easily purchase them. Thank you for watching this video. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so I can make more of these videos, and see you in the next one.